Well, way back in 1914, Arthur Fields and Walter Donovan wrote a song called Aba Daba Honeymoon that falls into the category of Tin Pan Alley exotica, in this case a mini-genre of jungle songs. And a comic double act, Arthur Collins and Byron G. Harlan, had a modest hit with it. And if you know your Collins and Harlan greatest hits collection, this one came somewhere between My Wife's Gone to the Country, Hooray, Hooray, and It's a Very Easy Thing to Put a Ring Upon Your Finger, But Try to Take It Off. Great songs. And just before that, they did That Funny Jazz Band from Dixieland, Jazz, J-A-S, which is one of the first recorded instances of the word jazz. Anyway, as I said, that was all way back in 1914. And 4 decades later, MGM revived the song for Debbie Reynolds and Carlton Carpenter in the film 2 Weeks with Love. And their performance got to #3 in the pop charts. First time ever a movie soundtrack had become a gold record hit single. And for a while, everybody did it. Hoagie Carmichael, Kitty Callan, Merv Griffin, which provided a spectacular royalties fillip for Arthur Fields, who was living in a retirement home in Florida. And then the song went away again until my next guest came along and made an absolutely marvelous recording of it. The wonderful Maria Muldaur is here to recreate that record. And Maria, you've made, I think at last count, it was over 3 dozen albums, and you've sung jazz.
I had my big hit in 1974, and so that's 43 years.
Yeah, 43.
And I've made 40 albums in that
40
time.
40 albums.
Do the math quickly.
Yeah, that's right. That's coming on. We'll be at 4 dozen soon enough. But you've done jazz, blues, folk, rock. Gospel. How did Aba Daba Honeymoon come to land in your repertoire?
Well, in the early 90s, I was mostly doing jazz and blues albums at that time, and I got a call from a wonderful little children's label called Music for Little People, and they asked me to do a kids album. I thought, okay, what could I do? And I thought of all the wonderful songs my aunts and my mom used to sing when I was a little girl, and it was back in a much kinder, gentler, more innocent era, and these were songs that were hits for grown-ups way back when. And so I just got together all my favorite old songs that I'd loved as a kid, and I put together a fabulous jazz band, all the best jazz players in the San Francisco Bay Area where I live.
Well, the album title was actually named after another Debbie Reynolds hit. You called it Swingin' in the Rain.
Swingin' in the Rain.
And we've got the album cover, I think, if we just look over here. Maria Muldaur, Swingin' in the Rain. And they're two of the, that's 2 of your backing singers, I guess.
Yeah, we got together a wonderful group of kids to be the choir, the kiddie choir for the album.
And that's like a kind of evocation of the Singin' in the Rain movie poster, I
exactly,
think.
Exactly.
Here's Debbie Reynolds, Gene Kelly, and Donald O'Connor, also
there they are.
umbrella twirling and things. Well, this is great. You mentioned your first hit all those years ago now, Midnight at the Oasis, which is a somewhat sexier setup than Aba Daba Honeymoon.
Yeah.
But in a sense, they're kind of connected because that was like a 1970s version of Tin Pan Alley Exotica.
Yeah, well, Exotica. And I didn't understand why a song about a camel, why is this taking the nation by storm? And I was in a cab in a rainy, horrible day in Chicago being taken to a radio interview.
Right.
And it was sleeting. It was just the ugliest day. And that song came on the radio. I didn't say anything. But the cab driver said, now that's just where I'd like to be, on a desert isle with a beautiful broad under the moonlight. And all of a sudden I realized that's why everybody loves this song. It's like a little 3-minute Rudolph Valentino movie.
Yeah. In the end, every guy would like to be the Sheik of Araby.
Yeah.
Well, so they are kind of connected in a way, many at opposite ends of the 20th century, pretty much. So Maria is going to treat us to Aba Daba Honeymoon, which is a long way from that first hit with Midnight at the Oasis. Back in the 90s, General Colin Powell, when he was on the Chiefs of Staff, and he was asked why America had intervened militarily in Kuwait, but not in the Balkans, he said, "We do deserts, we don't do mountains." Maria does deserts and she also does jungles. Maria Muldaur, Aba Daba Honeymoon.
Way down in the Congo land lived a happy chimpanzee. He loved a monkey with a long tail. Lordy, how she loved him each night. And he'd find her there singing in the coconut tree. And the monkey gay at the break of day loved to hear his chimpy say, "Abba dabba 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 dabba," said the chimpy to the monk. "Abba dabba 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 dabba," said the monkey to the chimp. All night long they chattered away. All night long they were happy and gay, singing and swinging in a honky-tonky way. Abba dabba 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 means monk, I love but you. Abba dabba dabba in monkey talk means chimp, I love you too. Then the big baboon one died in June. He married them and very soon they went upon their Abba dabba honeymoon. Abba dabba 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 dabba, said the monkey to the chimp. Abba dabba 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 dabba, said the chimpy to the monk. All night long they would chatter away. All night long they were happy and gay, singing and swinging in a honky-tonky way. Abba dabba 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 means monk, I love but you. Abba dabba dabba in monkey talk means chimp, I love you too. Then the big baboon one night in June, he married them and very soon they went upon their Abba dabba honeymoon. Then the big baboon one night in June, he married them and very soon they went upon their Abba dabba honeymoon. They went upon their Abba dabba honeymoon. Thank you.
Maria Muldaur, and a song that is 103 years old and is still full of life. And this is the point in the show where we would normally play our closing theme, but there is absolutely no point because Aba Daba Honeymoon is what they call an earworm, a song that burrows its way into your brain and you can't get it out. It's like flu. It's 3 days coming, 3 days here, 3 days going. So there's no point trying to think of, doesn't matter what you got, doesn't matter whether it's gangster rap, doesn't matter whether it's Gregorian chant, you'll be doing Aba Daba Honeymoon for the next 9 days one way or the other. So one more time, Maria Muldaur, Aba Daba Honeymoon. Hit it, Claude.
Abba dabba 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 dabba, said the chimpy to the monk. Abba dabba 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 dabba, said the monkey to the chimp. All day long they chatted away. All night long they were happy and gay, singing and swinging in a honky-tonky way. Abba dabba 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 means monk, I love but you. Abba dabba dabba in monkey talk means chimp, I love you too. Then the big baboon one night in June, he married them and very soon they went upon